Squirtle Ace thing, the three Korean Protoss on the top.
Yeah.
And I watch his lings, and it's like his lings do things that other lings just don't. It was really scary.
Yeah. It's the same with like people like Life as well. It's just they just seem to just pull it out of anywhere.
Yeah.
But guys, the game has started. We are finally in it. In the top right-hand corner, as the red Terran from Frenetic Array, it is fray'HuT. There he is, looking handsome. Cool dance music. I said it yesterday, but it's really cool. And who's this in the bottom left-hand corner, man?
This guy?
This guy right here.
This guy's KingKong. He's from a team called XR5. He's going to be a light
cool
blue
team.
zerg. Look at that intensity.
I know, right?
Killer instinct right there.
Oh, he's got that instinct. That J-Dunk killer stare. Yeah, man. And there we go now. Just walking around the venue, it looks like. Saying hi to everybody. But anyway, guys, we are in the game. The map is merry-go-round. And looks like fray'HuT's just going to go for that barracks as always. And KingKong is just going to chill out and make some drones.
Pretty standard.
Yeah, it's not too bad.
So how do you feel about this map when you go up against Terrans?
Do
you feel any advantages?
I feel like I just cheese Terrans at the moment. So I just go for 1-1 roaches with a third base. So I don't have a problem holding the third because I go roaches. So we might see KingKong try and play some roach hydra on this map, which is totally possible. That third is quite far away from that. Yeah, exactly. And I mean, Terrans can kind of, on this map, Terrans can choose which base they want to take as well. They can, in these spawns, like he could take the south base, like sort of tucked there. Or he could take the further away one as well and just sort of expand across the map. Terrans really have a lot of sort of choice on this map and a lot of advantages if they choose to go for them.
Yeah, and as we saw in that Val versus NXZ game yesterday, or at least I saw, you can really capitalize on the high ground up here.
Yeah,
cover your base, put a planetary here, put some tanks up here. You're going to be fine. Anything running past just takes so many hits.
Yeah, it gets mushed.
It's pretty brutal. It kind of reminds me of the classic Lost Temple days in Brood War, where it's just well, tank on the high ground, guess I'm never attacking.
I guess I lose now. Or in StarCraft II, remember how there was the ledge above the natural? Yeah. Oh my god.
I remember the first time I saw a Thor up there. I was like, are you kidding me? That can reach the hatchery?
Oh, so many crazy things early on in the game.
Steps of War, we miss you.
I would love, I don't miss it, but I'd love to see a game on it nowadays, actually. Yeah. Just to see how it's, how everything's changed. But,
that reminds me of that really cool tournament that those guys hosted last year. It was the Plunder Down Under.
Oh yeah, I remember that.
It was all crazy
maps.
That
was by Chetman, right?
Yeah. Chetman and Rogue ran that one. Yeah. It was all crazy maps, and everyone had to play random. And I came third, fourth.
This is why you brought it up, wasn't it? You're like, remember this tournament I came third in, you guys? Like.
So yeah, that was the point of my story. And we got to play Steps of War on that, and all of a sudden, like, you started seeing pro players doing really crazy stuff, like pro Koreans doing all this crazy stuff on Steps of War that obviously never existed back in the day when it was a legitimate.
Yeah, when it was actually a map.
Yeah. So that was pretty exciting. I'd like to see more events like that.
Yeah, no, they're cool every now and then. Just something a little bit different. But I mean, fray'HuT
didn't learn his lesson. He's putting it
stubborn.
in the same place.
I'm really torn if I love it when players are stubborn about how their builds work, or if I don't like it. Because like on the one hand, it's like they know it works if they do everything perfectly. Yeah. And that's a good kind of mentality to have because with enough practice, you kind of can execute everything perfectly. Yeah. But at the same time, like you do have to adapt sometimes in StarCraft. So it's just like I'm super torn on how I feel about it. But
and the important part is
he does have that.
So far is doing the same build.
Yeah.
He does not have any larvae available at the moment. We're waiting for this inject to wrap up.
Yep.
So after this inject, we'll have to keep a very close eye and see is he going to produce drones or lings. Oop.
Ooh. Did fray'HuT actually get in and scout the gas timing? It doesn't look like it because these Reapers might get caught.
Let's see. Yeah,
he should have. Yeah, okay. No, he got out of there just in time. There are a lot of villages you can kite Zeklings around on this map.
This is the best part, right? KingKong is chasing with the same number of the entry lings, the first ones that came in and showed themselves. And fray'HuT doesn't know if it's happening again or not.
Yeah. And he hasn't walled off again. Yeah. Okay, now I've made up my mind. I hate this because he should have walled off. He saw a really early gas, and he saw the exact same amount of lings. And he could have been caught again, but he didn't, luckily for him.
Yeah, KingKong choosing to take that early third, droning up a little bit.
Mercy, yeah. So he's going to take that third.
Spotting those Hellions, he has decided, you know what, I should actually make a few extra links. So 8 links on the way, some more queens along the way. he should be fine to hold
I do like
third.
those extra queens, actually. I think creep spread on this map is super important. Taking a fourth can be hard, as you mentioned, with those high grounds.
Yeah.
Tanks or even Widow Mines, maybe. You like drop up on the high ground, you have the Widow Mines on the lower ground. It's super, super hard. Yeah, it's super obnoxious. So you do need a lot of creep spread so that you can sort of defend those bases with ease.
Yeah.
So I do like the fact that he's adding, like, I think he's got like three queens for creep spread now.
I think so.
It also helps a lot against, like, because this map is the third is quite far away from that natural. 3 queens means that Hellion Banshee or any sort of that shenaniganry doesn't do nearly as much damage as if you had 1 or 2 queens. So.
And
really
at this stage, like,
KingKong.
if you're not prepared to commit to a Roach Warren, you need to have something to hold this third base.
Yeah,
Otherwise,
exactly.
you just lose it straight up to Hellion Reaper.
Just flat out. And it looks like HuT's actually going to try and sneak into the main here, and KingKong sent all of his things on a counterattack, but now they get pulled back across the map as well.
Wow.
And this might actually get a lot of damage done here.
I'm surprised KingKong didn't notice that. They kind of just swept right around on the creep.
Yeah.
His reaction was significantly delayed. Let's have a look at how many drones are going to die here. Only 3 so far. Oh, make that 7. Now the casualties start steaming in.
Oh, 12.
Wow.
12 pretty good. Killed some Zerglings as well. Not too bad.
And this is the position we were talking about last game. This is where HuT wants to be at this stage of the game.
Yeah, precisely.
Not down like 9 SCVs like he was in that last session. So
yeah, a lot of people don't like sacrificing their Hellions, but in this situation, I actually don't mind it so much. Normally, you want the Hellions to knock back the creep spread and keep it at bay and stuff like that. But I mean, this time he saw that he's got 3 queens anyway, which you can't stop. So he figures, well, I may as well try and get something done with these Hellions instead of just having them derp around until he's got a critical amount of lings.
Yeah.
He knew that there probably weren't too many lings. He saw there was 3 queens out of position, so he was like, screw it, I'm going to go for it anyway because this is the most I can get out of these Hellions in this situation, which I really, really like. So, yeah, good on him.
All right. Lair on the way for KingKong. He's just sitting on 2 gases at the moment. Oh, make that 4 with 2 coming down at the third now. His macro hatch is on the way. Baneling Nest is almost complete. And look at that. +1/+1. Melee and Carapace on the way.
There you go. Yeah, got everything. He's setting up everything he needs for later on in the game. I really like the macro hatchery as well. Like, you can argue that like with 3 hatches and perfect injects, you'll be fine. But I mean, nobody's perfect. Like even Jaedong like gets a bit of energy on his queens. So having that extra hatchery just helps so much with lava production.
Especially when you're going very ling-oriented builds.
Yeah,
you're not spending a lot of gas. They're very cheap units, and you can pump out a lot with that 3 base economy. So definitely always a good idea if you're going to be going any ling-oriented play.
Yeah, for sure. I just want to point out, HuT's actually got like 53 to 58 drones, which is pretty damn good position considering KingKong's on 3 hatches at the moment, and played relatively greedy in the early game. So great production coming out of HuT here. KingKong is starting to pull ahead a little bit, but that's to be expected with the way that inject and 3 hatches all sort of work. But HuT is definitely in great shape at the moment. So we'll have to see what he can get done. Creep spread is really good from KingKong as well, as always, to be expected. But I mean, it's not unstoppable just yet. It's not the level we saw last game for sure.
Look at this little hero Baneling.
Oh my god, look at him.
I thought I had friends.
The Baneling that could. Does he just split a little bit though? KingKong is going to get nearly a nice round here. Oh, great focus fire coming out of HuT.
Wow.
Oh, that was perfect.
I don't have the confidence to ever do that.
I know,
what
right?
What if I misclick? What if I don't click on the Baneling? I'll lose everything.
And the one time you do try and like actually focus it, it's just you misclick and you die. And it's just like, this is why I never do it ever.
Wow, he's actually getting a lot of work done with his
he's getting a ton of work done, man.
Just hitting right on that stim timing as those 2 medivacs came out, and all of a sudden, drone's on the run.
Yeah, this is great coming out of HuT here. KingKong definitely just got caught with his pants down a little bit, trying to be overly aggressive with those lings, and this is what happens to aggressive players sometimes. You know, they overcommit a little bit, and then all of a sudden, you know, it just sort of snowballs, and then but I mean, HuT, you know, he killed a few drones, lost a lot of mining time, killed 5 extra. Yeah.
Wow. 17 drones have now died.
And he's backed off some of the creep spread in the middle of the map, not so much to the sides, but you know, he got a lot done there.
I dare say a lot more than he was expecting.
Yeah, exactly. And for free. Like, what did he lose? A few Marines, maybe? And
maybe 1.
That's
I
it?
think that's all he lost, 1
exactly.
Marine.
Look at all those red Marines. Like, this is great for coming out of HuT.
And that was a really good read from HuT, right? Like, he said, okay, you just threw your Banelings at me, right?
Yeah.
I'm going to attack. Why not? You've got no Banelings now. That was a really good response. You know, a lot of people will be like, oh, okay, he's got Banelings. I'm going to back up a little bit, you know, work on my macro. But great read from HuT.
It's especially good to see, like, especially when you're playing against somebody like KingKong, who you know is really aggressive as an Overlord explodes.
What the hell is that, dude?
That is gangster.
What is that? I thought that was his Viking for a second. I'm like, whoa!
HuT's got like this extra mad like Viking skin or something like that, or like an extra strong one.
A battle Viking?
Yeah.
A Viking cruiser.
Oh, look at that pre-split coming out of HuT.
Very nice.
Oh, wow.
That is a lot more Banelings than last time, though, and he's right on the edge of creep. The Banelings do connect beautifully.
Nice splits coming out of HuT, though. He does push forward, so he's going to get more damage done here as well. Might snipe a queen, get an Overlord or 2. And, dude, HuT is playing fantastic right now. Going up 30 supply now. He might even get this 3rd hatchery.
And we're moving into that sort of momentum where he can now just start rallying units across the map. He's keeping them at home for now. But if he chooses to start building on the existing momentum, KingKong's going to be feeling it.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, like, he's 40 supply up now. He might lose his medevacs, actually, so he doesn't need to pull off. But he's just staying here. Look! These medevacs just... Each Marine has a medevac, and they just last so long. And as we see now, there's another whole army coming across the map from HuT.
He's not messing around, man. You don't often see people stimming just to get to the
yeah,
battle
just to
faster.
get there even
this
quicker,
is a killing blow right here.
Yeah, HuT is smelling blood in the water right now. He knows he's close, and he can feel it, and he's doing it, man. He's pushing straight through.
And again, this is another solid read from HuT, right? He's like, okay, well, I was in your base 3 seconds ago. I know you don't have banelings yet. Your Zerglings just hatched.
Yeah,
I need to get in there before they can transform. And there's really not that many.
There's really not. I mean, like, what, like 7 or 8? I mean, it'll help. Like, there's good creep spread, so they'll get decent connections, but that's a lot of Marines and a lot of medevacs. The one thing HuT doesn't have going for him, he doesn't have too many Widow Mines. I think there's only 2 or 3 there. But, I mean, like, he's got a high Marine count, and he's got overall a 50 supply lead, so he's in great shape at the moment.
The Harvester count is actually dead even, and after taking that base out, he's got to be feeling good. He pretty much, again, as we highlighted earlier, he didn't really lose anything for it.
Yeah, exactly. Like, even taking the base, he didn't lose too much. Like, HuT's just been so cost efficient in these games. Just, like, precision timing. Like, if he was 10 seconds too late, wouldn't get nearly as much done. But he just hits that crisp, tiny precision timing. And KingKong's now just saying, screw it, I'm going to try and be aggressive now.
Whoa, big splits.
And I don't know if this is a good choice from KingKong.
Oh my god, that concave was just fantastic.
Oh, that was perfect from HuT.
HuT's just powered up in this game, man. This is a completely
He is going full HuT right
game.
now. He is just going. He's going ham, man. He's smelling blood.
Yeah.
He wants to take this one down for Australia. I mean, KingKong's honorarily Australian right now, but I mean, HuT is still saying I'm going to do it for the Aussies. So.
I like this. You know, HuT's got the 2/2 upgrades for his infantry. He's solidified that really strong. Whoa!
Doesn't need a split.
Those banelings got a decent connection, but I think HuT might. Yeah, he has enough to hold this. As I was highlighting, he's really starting to solidify and complement the bio with these Thors and Hellbats now.
Yeah, definitely.
That's really going to be the nail in the coffin. If KingKong wants to stay on this Lingbane muted composition, it's not going to work. That's what swings the favor into the Terran's advantage.
And not only that, but KingKong's just started 2/2. HuT is going to have a huge 1/1 upgrade advantage for a long time. And 3/3 now has just started as well. So HuT is going to be in a great position for a very long time here.
So many crazy splits here from HuT, and every time KingKong advances, you know, it looks good. He's got a good baneling count. He's initiating on creep. He's doing everything right, but the splits from HuT are just keeping him at bay every time. And oh my god, 3/3 for HuT is on the way. The
exactly. KingKong's just on a massive clock right now. Does focus fire the banelings again, trading pretty cost efficiently here from HuT.
Nice lifts.
And it's just, I mean, Thors and Hellbats coming in now. This is going to do so much damage to KingKong. KingKong just started a 4th hatchery, and meanwhile, HuT is mining off 4 bases right now. HuT has just got so much production, so much income coming in, and his money is still so low. He's macroing right now, like fantastically.
Yeah.
This is just crazy play coming out of HuT here.
Yeah. Now the scary thing, right?
There's more?
Last game, we were highlighting, how do you beat this?
Yeah,
how do you beat a guy who plays this good?
that's
now
true.
the roles are reversed.
Yeah.
It's actually terrifying seeing this.
No, that's such a good point. I didn't even think about that, but it's just like, what, I don't know, like, it doesn't, again, like, KingKong hasn't really, like, messed up, you know what I mean? There wasn't, like, an area where it was like, oh, he made this big mistake, like, and HuT, it's just little tiny things, you know, death by 1,000 cuts. It's like, it's an extra little bit of less creep spread here. It's an extra sniping a few banelings here, so you have another 10 Marines so that your Marines last a little bit longer and you kill a few extra drones, which means that, you know, he has 20 less Zerglings, which means that he kills 20 less Marines next fight, and it's just like snowballing out of control. And now HuT's just got so much like control across this map.
Oh man, Blue Flame is on the way as well.
Oh, that's just going to melt.
So
that's going to melt Zerglings. Like, it's actually disgusting how good Blue Flame Hellbats are against Zerglings.
Oh, yeah.
Like, it's so painful. And HuT is just trying at the moment just position in the middle of the map and not lose to anything. And it looks like there is going to be a counterattack towards HuT's 3rd base, actually.
Oh, wow.
With a couple of lings or something like that. But he does have a bunker. Doesn't need to repair that, though. And/or stim it.
Oh!
Oh,
we're going to lose some SCVs!
Oh!
Big hit there, but at the same time, there's a huge engagement down here. Look at the army supply. This is really telling the story now.
Is never a good situation to be in. And yeah, I think this is going to be about the nail in the coffin here for KingKong.
Yeah, 100 supply up in the army.
Yeah, when you get double supply, that's when you know the game is is not in good shape for the other player. But I mean, KingKong's still trying to do everything he can at the moment, but it's just not going to be enough. And HuT's going to steamroll forward here with the last of the Thors and Marines, and KingKong's going to have to GG. I am super impressed right now.
Yeah. I know, right?
I didn't want to believe it, but I thought it could be a 3-0 or something like that. But as you can see, HuT's just saying, "Hell no, man! I'm here to play." And HuT takes game number 2 against KingKong.
Wow.
Oh my god, we have a game on our hands, man. We have a series on our hands.
Can you imagine if this goes to a fifth map? Look,
I will
HuT
lose
right there is so
my
happy.
stuff. HuT is pumped right now, man. Petrified, one of his good friends going up to help him as well, so this is just crazy.
Everyone's just kind of like, you made the god bleed.
Yeah. What's a god to a non-believer, man? What is a god to a non-believer?
He's got to feel good about that.
Oh, he would be feeling so pumped right now. We can see him as well. He's just looking like he is just ready to go. He looks hyped. He looks pumped. He knows, like...
He's getting on Twitter.
He's getting on Twitter. He's like, look what I did, everybody. I did it. I won a game. Yeah. But no, I'm so impressed with HuT right now. I just want to go up and give him a big hug.
That's something to be proud of, man.
Oh, dude, for sure, man.
We were talking before the broadcast started. I'm not entirely sure if this is the case, but
yeah.
I don't recall seeing HuT in the finals of many offline events.
Yeah.
Could have been something down in Sydney, you know, like City Hunter.
Maybe,
but
yeah.
For an event of this magnitude,
of this
I think
caliber.
it's a first. And
yeah, definitely.
We're not seeing any nerves. We're not seeing, you know, pressure pulling him apart.
I think that was my favorite thing about his play. Like he just knew, like, I can go now. I'll be fine. Like not even other players, but nearly every player would probably hesitate a little bit in those sort of situations. But HuT was just like, screw it, man. I know I can do damage here. I know I can get in, and he just capitalized on it every single time.
Yeah.
I'm just like,
I mean,
so
most
excited
people
right now.
would feel the pressure.
Yeah,
You're the only Terran in the bracket. You've got so much riding on you. You know, all the Terran fans, all the anti-Zergs.
Yeah,
everybody
who just
all
hates
on your
Zerg.
shoulders.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, not only that, it's the champion from last year. It's the guy who's championed so many events lately.
KingKong's won like 4 or 5 Australian events, I think. Like he's won nearly everything except for ACL last year, I think.
Yeah.
One of them, or 2 of them. Maybe. Anyway, yeah, it's just like there's so much like riding on it, but it's just like HuT might be in that position where it's like, you know, like he's got nothing to lose. You know what I mean? Nobody's like, hey, HuT should win this. Like he's got no pressure on him, and that gives a lot of guys like just to do whatever the hell they want to do, and just just say screw it, I'm gonna go for gold, and if it works out, it works out, and it seems like that works for HuT. I mean, you know,
if I was in his shoes, I'd
Yeah.
be even more nervous now. Like, wait,
yeah,
I actually have the ability.
Yeah, like
oh,
I can
now I
actually
gotta
do
follow
it.
through.
Yeah, no, that's a good point, and hopefully that doesn't occur to him. You know what I mean? Like, hopefully he doesn't like. He can keep calm. He can keep, I guess, not giving a crap, and he can just keep going and just keep playing how he's playing. Because if he plays more games like that, man, this could go, you know, all the way to the rubber match, or it could even go just 3-1 in his favor. You never know. So
he's still pretty happy.
yeah, he looks pumped, man. So we are going to be starting up this next map, guys, in just a minute. Get on Twitter. Do it. Tell the world. A Terran might win an event in C that's not Igers. Like, it can happen.
Can you imagine? This will be
that would be crazy. Igers would have to owe HuT just like for like, you know, taking the Terran torch.
I give you my beard.
Yeah, exactly. I bequeath to you my beard for your services rendered.
Just cut it off, ship it over.
Yeah.
HuT now owns this beard.
He's trying to grow his own beard actually at the moment.
Yeah.
He came in looking a little scruffy and a little patchy as well. But
he's got a while to go before he catches up to Gimli, that's for sure.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, everyone's got a while to go before they catch up to Gimli. But
you know, it'd be really funny if like Iagus came back to Australia, but he shaved his beard off.
No one
recognizes
into
a tournament.
Yeah.
It's like, who the hell is this crazy good Terran?
If he cut his hair and cut his beard, nobody would recognize him, and he would just look like, and just people would be like, wow, where did this guy come from?
Yeah.
Like, he could pull it off. Actually, I saw his ID photo. His ID, he has short hair, like his driver's license.